Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big Gauchos, a stock investing show that's completely out of pocket to help put money in your pocket. Once again, Austin back here with the boys.
What up, big gauchos? It's your gaucho Tyler. We're back.
Hey, David's here, and yeah, midweek we got some cool stuff going on.
Midweek, big breaking news. Well, might not be breaking news to everybody. This been out for a few days, but the $600 pandemic unemployment checks are ending on July 31st, which is going to affect 21 million people. I mean, it's no small thing that they're taking away. So I wonder how that's going to affect the stocks and the wild ups and downs that we always have.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to predict really how it's going to affect the stock market, but it's definitely going to affect a lot of people because I know some of my friends are on unemployment, not because they got fired or anything. Um, some of them just kind of chose to stop working to get on unemployment because they were making more money on unemployment than they were making at their normal job.
Yeah,
Seriously.
and that's also the case for 40% of people that are receiving it now. They're making more than their normal jobs, so it's probably what they ended up doing.
Dude, I
Yeah,
manage the online department at my store, and I get paid a lot less than $600 a week. Holy.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, it's the whole thing's pretty interesting. Um, but I'm wondering if maybe this is the final like straw. Maybe this will be the straw that breaks the camel's back for the economy because we were already on pretty thin ice, and now to have that many people affected by it is it's no small feat at all.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a huge impact, and I think it'll be interesting to see. If people cannot get back to work, and obviously they're not going to make as much as they were on unemployment, but if they cannot find work and they're just not able to collect money, then I think it's going to be pretty detrimental to the economy, just because people are going to have less spending power and stuff like that. So if that's the case, then I think it'll affect the market pretty negatively. But if that happens in July, and coronavirus slows down and people are able to find work again, I think it might not affect the market much at all.
Yeah, it depends on how many more of the jobs we can get back because I know that was a big problem from before.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, 1 million people from our workforce, that's a pretty big chunk. I mean, it's going to take a lot longer than just like overnight for everybody to get their jobs back. A lot of companies have been affected. A lot of companies have been closed. So a lot of people are going to be scrambling around to see if they can find jobs or not. And companies are going to have to make the decision whether or not they want more, you know?
Yeah, and they might not be able to afford it in some cases, especially if they've been shut down for all these months.
Exactly.
Certain businesses aren't going to be able to sustain themselves through it. I mean, it's pretty horrible.
Hmm. Definitely. So I
Yeah.
guess we'll just wait and see. But it's important to realize what's going to happen, and I think it negatively affect the economy in some or the market in some aspect.
Yeah, I'm sure it will end up that'll end up happening, and they're just going to keep pumping money in until something changes, which kind of pertains to our next story. American Airlines is raising its junk bonds offering to $2.5 billion.
Uh,
Yeah, $2.5 billion, and that's just for the junk bonds. So if the government buys it back, it'll probably be good for the stock, but I don't exactly know what they're rated right now, so it's hard to say if they'd even qualify for that.
Dang.
I know. I know that's a ton of money. They're up $500 million since the start of the pandemic, is what I read.
They're up half a bill. What do you mean by that?
They were trying to raise about 2 billion,
Oh,
and now they're trying to get 2.5 billion. So not
yeah,
$500 isn't a small amount of money.
yeah, 500 million.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah, did
mean,
I say thousand?
I think so. Um, yeah, that is not really good news, especially for people who are holding American. It's showing that maybe they're a little bit more desperate for money and they may need it right away.
Yeah. So if you have American, might want to think about selling because it doesn't sound like they're really in a good place right now at all.
Yeah, I own some, and I might consider selling it on the next screen day because it's just not looking good. But if I don't sell, I'm holding long term because we only buy companies that get bailed out. So hopefully get bailed out, and then we just ride that long term stock trend.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. You gotta listen to Stock Jesus on that one. He
Seriously,
always he
it's
always knows best.
going to be a bumpy road for everybody who owns American. David, I know you've been in this the longest, and you felt a lot of the what's it called pain. I think
Mhm.
that's the right word. So I know you're still
Yeah.
holding strong, and your will is not broken. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I kind of gave up. I recognize that I'm gonna be holding this company for probably 4 or 5 years to make back what I lost, and that's okay. Whatever. I don't really care. I don't really feel like selling it and then trying to buy something else because I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I probably could, and that'd probably be the right decision to make more money. But
You
I
can
don't know.
rack in your dividends and save on taxes that way, so it's not all bad.
True, true. So I think I'm just gonna hold with American and see where the roller coaster takes me.
There you go. Hertz was also on a big roller coaster. Hertz, if you don't know, Tyler and I gambled on that a while
I
back.
still own it.
I was gonna say I think Tyler still owns it. They're super up and down all day long, but Hertz is in the news because Carmax and Autonation are talking about buying Hertz fleet of 150,000 cars.
Wow.
Not the company, just the cars. So the company, I guess, is just beyond repair, and they're trying to raise $3 billion by selling off the cars to start paying off some of their creditors. They are not happy right now.
Jesus.
You think you're gonna sell after that news, Tyler?
I mean, Hertz went up like 40, 50% today just because of that. I'm not kidding.
I know they did. I saw they peaked at over $2 this morning, just a little bit over.
Yeah,
But
I
that
mean,
that isn't reason enough for you to sell.
nah, I only put like a couple thousand in it, and I think it's just a small gamble. If I lose it, I lose it. But I'm holding long term. Just that's my 1 yard Hail Mary. I mean, if they can restructure with this $3 billion, let's say I don't know, they do something. They close a lot of stores. They open only like certain cities, certain types of cars, and they make it affordable. I think okay. They owe a lot of money, so they need to figure out how to liquidate more assets, like sell maybe some of their subsidiaries,
Yeah.
and maybe get a line of credit to get newer cars, more like get like instead of having like 40 different types of models, have like certain models. Maybe that could help them out,
Hmm.
but that's kind of what I see.
Hmm.
Maybe they just come back as a luxury car rental only place.
That'd
Luxury
be
car.
cool.
That'd be
How
funny.
many cars do you think Hertz owns?
About 150,000.
Oh, really?
It's
They're
all
gonna sell their entire fleet?
they're
Yeah,
trying to sell all of it.
Oh, I just looked it up. Apparently, they have about 535,000 cars. So
Oh, really?
150,000 is about a third of it, give or
Oh,
take.
wow. Yeah, I'm totally misread that. So maybe Tyler's right. Maybe they are planning to restructure if they're only selling a third of the cars, which that's still a huge market share of vehicles.
Yeah. And for $3 billion for 150,000 cars, how many is that per car on average? You think?
Ooh, I can't do that math off the top of my head. That's probably more you guys.
probably like $20,000.
20,000. Yeah, 20,000.
There you
Hey,
go.
mental
You
math,
guys are,
boy.
yeah, you guys are way ahead of me. I was gonna say about $12 a car.
No, so I mean, $20,000 a car. That seems pretty reasonable. I would
Yeah,
say that.
especially. Yeah, I mean, especially when you consider like the sedans would be um, a lot cheaper than some of the big pickup trucks, and they also have like commercial vehicles like vans and heavy duty pickup trucks and things like that.
Uh-huh.
They also
So
got a
So
bunch of like luxury cars, too, like
yeah, they
Mustangs,
do. They do, yeah.
mhm.
Camaros. They sell on way above 20,000. And I was looking at them. I'm like, I was saying, do you remember they had their sale? I was like, okay, I'm gonna look and get a steal. All of them were
Yeah,
basically at 20 plus, and I was like, there ain't no steal here. They're stealing my money.
exactly. Yeah, you're basically paying them. um
Yeah,
yeah, so it's all getting wonky with all the money getting thrown around, and Disney is also part of that. They were trying to cash in. Disney was trying to cash in to open some of their parks, and they're getting a lot of pushback. They're getting petitions to move the date back from staff and guests.
Hmm.
Their
yeah,
stock's
they
down a
are.
little bit today, so if you want to buy Disney or another major theme park, today's your opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna buy if they go down to like one. Last time I checked, they're like at 110, 112. But if they
Okay,
go like that 105 range again, I might pull trigger on a couple shares.
there you go.
Hey, I bought
It's not
at a
it's not a
hundred.
bad idea. You did?
Yeah, I bought at 100 like a month ago, I think.
Oh, I didn't even know you owned Disney. Well, at least you're in the green on that. Make
Yeah,
up make
so
up for American.
I need a lot more than that to make up for American. But
What?
yeah, I mean Disney. It's interesting that they're going to postpone the open because I know they opened it in Shanghai. We talked about that a while ago. Did they close that
Yeah, they
down yet?
did.
No,
I'm
they're
not
still
sure.
currently open.
That makes no sense.
So,
Why would they keep Shanghai open, but they would not open the ones in America?
well, the reason is California, they're kind of having a big spike. They're kind of one of the hot zones of the virus, so that's why they're kind of postponing it. I think it's the same with the Florida one. I heard recently Florida has been getting the amount of cases, so I think that's another reason why. But
Yeah,
I did
Florida
hear
had like
that,
4,000 cases in a day.
yeah, and I did hear that Disney will be opening I think it's a shopping district or something like that,
Yeah.
July 9th. So they'll be opening that July 9th. So I guess a
Okay.
little bit of Disney's opening, but the main theme parks and whatnot are not. So definitely shocked because of the bad news. So might be a good time to buy in.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Well, wouldn't be too bad either. I mean, everything's going down, so I'd say like 2 or 3 days. If you guys are listening, pick up some Disney. You might have fun with it, and you can pick up some major banking stocks. You can pick up some Wells Fargo if you're really feeling a little bit risky. David Long, famous financial analyst, is saying that their revenue could drop up to 14% and that their dividends might also get cut by 31%, which Wells Fargo's been having a lot of up and downs recently. Not crazy swings like Hertz, but just little baby bounces. And and I think I might do it if they do drop off because it's a major bank. They'll get bailed out, and that's our motto on the show.
True. True. Yeah, I
Buy
don't.
it,
I
Dude,
don't see Wells
get
Fargo going
bailed out.
anywhere.
yeah, I hope not. I mean, it's gonna be 2008 all over again.
Yeah, but that's a pretty big cut to the dividends. But I guess it makes sense. Um, some companies or actually most companies are not making nearly as they were in prior years just because the closures.
Yeah, with that huge revenue drop, it's definitely gonna be a big deal.
I wonder what the main reason is for the revenue drop. Do you think it's probably just because people are able to pay their mortgage on time?
I would think so because they'd be losing a lot of money from that. Although they sell those bundles of mortgages to institutional investors, and I think what's happening just because I'm in real estate is when everybody's going to the bank right now to get their house refinanced because the rates are super low, or they're buying a home, but when Wells Fargo goes to package, when they sell you the mortgage, they package that loan into like a big bundle and then they sell it to other investors so they can free up cash. So I think what's happening is that they're doing a lot more mortgages than they can sell to investors because the bond ratings aren't very good with the economy being, super in the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think investors are nervous, and so maybe Wells Fargo's having to get extremely picky about what loans they do now.
Oh, interesting.
That's my theory, but I don't know if it's right.
That'd be interesting to say. So you think that they're just not able to sell off the mortgages to private investors, but they're still offering the mortgages?
Right. Or they're not able to sell it to the private investors at the rate that they want. And so they're
Um,
not bringing in as much interest either at the same time, which I think all major banks are probably getting that to a degree because the interest rates are kind of the same everywhere. So
mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that is interesting to think about.
yeah, it got me thinking the other day because I'm like, I was thinking the same thing too. I was like, how is a bank going under right now? Because you'd think everybody would be like, you know, trying to save all their money up, or maybe people are just pulling out like huge cash deposits because they think it's like the end of the world, and so they literally have less cash on hand. Maybe it's as simple as that.
Yeah, it might be. I've seen a lot of people, especially when the virus first hit, everybody's lined up the banks ready to take out money. And I heard that they were limiting the amount of money you could take out per visit. So that could
Oh,
also
they
hurt them
are.
too.
They're switching from Wells Fargo to the International Bank of Mattress.
International Bank of your couch.
Exactly. Right in between the cushions, there's somebody's life savings.
Dude, it's crazy.
I know. And
Jeez.
especially don't let these next stocks slip in between your couch cushions because we got some big winners, big losers, and sleeper stocks that are going to make you a ton of money.
Hey, hit
Almost
that
guaranteed.
soundtrack.
First up, Plug Power. And I hadn't heard of them until today, really, but they make the hydrogen fuel cells that the Nikola trucks use. And they
Mm,
also acquired
Really?
two companies, United Hydrogen Group and I think it's Geiner or Jenner. I'm not sure, honestly. ELX.
dang. So yeah, that was Kevin that told us about the hydrogen fuel cell, right? Last
Yeah,
Yep.
couple weeks ago.
yeah, yeah. He
29th.
called it.
He called it. Yeah, yeah. What did he say? He said they test if the test is successful or something, they're gonna go. He said.
He said that on the
Yeah,
29th, Nikola will have their, I think, battery presentation
Uh
this
huh.
month. So based off that, they'll kind of decide whether or not it's a good product or not.
I see. I see.
Mm-hmm.
that'll be pretty crazy, actually.
Yeah, they're having their, I don't know what it's called. It's like a presentation festival. What's it called when like Apple does a
It's
little
like a
iPhone?
keynote speech.
Yeah, something like that. And then at this,
Yes.
what day is it? The 6th or the 7th? Nicola's private investors has the option to sell their shares.
Yep, that was on the
Mm.
7th. If you guys were listening to that other episode, so you'll get your chance to buy Nikola pretty cheap.
Flood the market, crash the stock.
Flood the
The good,
market and crash the stock.
the good old pump and dump.
Dude, I'm gonna buy some if it drops to like 40, to be honest. I've been looking
Yeah,
at them.
yeah. The SEC is going to be on everybody's ass about that.
Yeah, it could be. And then the number two winner of the day was Novavax, and they have been on our biggest winners and biggest losers quite a lot. It seems
On
like
and
almost
off for a long time.
yeah. It seems like every
Love
other
hate
week.
relationship.
Definitely, because it seems like every other week they're either a winner or a loser.
They're so volatile because the news around the vaccine is so uncertain that they just have no idea what's happening, I think.
Definitely. So I mean, if you're a day trader, definitely look into Novavax because they have a history of just going up percent in a day and then going down 20% the next day.
I swear, like depending on what day or what week it is, like they're either bankrupt or they're making the most money they've ever had.
Yeah,
Just
it's
depends.
wild. I mean, if you're really into day trading, it's not my type of thing. I'd never do it.
Me
This
neither.
could be a company that you could look to make some fun.
Dude, it's such a mess, but you also might be able to make some money on the big losers. We got Cheesecake Factory down 8.92% and Carvana down 12.04%. Not related at all, but I do like both of them for different reasons.
Yeah, didn't we talk about Carvana? Or was that a different car rental company?
It was Vroom's IPO.
Oh yeah, Vroom. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, Carvana is based in Tempe, my home city, and also in Arizona. So we got some good old Arizona boys on the list. We got Nicola and Carvana, so that's cool to see.
Easy,
Definitely.
baby.
I don't know what Cheesecake's gonna do, but they were on the big winners a week or two ago, so maybe it's a good swing trade.
Could be.
Yeah.
It's interesting for sure.
Definitely is. I don't know. I don't know like Cheesecake Factory that much. Well, they're okay, but I don't think I don't enjoy going there for like dinner or anything. I don't know.
I
It's
don't
I've never
either.
been.
Oh, we gotta do a new challenge video for the Big Gauchos YouTube then, and Cheesecake Factory challenge.
I mean, I'll go there just to have their cheesecake because those things are pretty cool. Like they got some pretty nice specialty ones.
All right,
Yep.
boys, we're doing it. Big
Yep.
Gaucho Stock Adventures Cheesecake Factory Edition.
Exactly. Their food's pretty yummy too. They got a big selection. That menu's I swear the menu's 50 pages long.
Damn.
Yeah, it's actually a big menu. I just skipped to the very end because that's where all the cheesecakes are.
Yeah, they got like 4 pages of cheesecake. It's nuts.
It actually is pretty nuts. I don't know how they have all those cheesecakes on hand.
I don't know, dude. That must take forever to make, but I'm totally with it. So if you guys want to see that video, check out YouTube in a few weeks.
Heck yeah, I already know what I'm gonna get. Like the Oreo one. That one smacks.
Oh,
I
that's
bet.
that's my aisle too. The Oreo or chocolate cheesecake.
Ooh. Tempting, tempting, tempting. Just like the next sleepers we got coming up. These are very tempting sleeper stocks that you might want to buy. Dell Computers is trending today because they're considering, it isn't confirmed, an 81% buyout of VMware, which I guess is just another cloud computing company.
Wow.
I feel like every time we get a tech stock on here, they're acquiring a cloud computing company or they are a cloud computing company.
Yeah, man. You know, the cloud's wild. Cloud is wild.
I suppose so. It's unlimited. And then FedEx, we all know what FedEx does. Everyone's favorite delivery service. Not really. I think I like UPS a little bit better.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a FedEx, whatever, nothing special. But I can see whether it's sleeper. You know, we're always going to need FedEx or UPS, and I don't
Especially
think
now.
they're. Yeah, with the online e-commerce coming to a lot bigger of a picture in American life.
Yeah, they're a powerhouse too. And then also with the whole pandemic going on, there's a lot of uncertainty around that. And a lot of people are ordering stuff online. So I don't see the logistics industry going anywhere. So I might pick up some FedEx actually.
All right, I support that. I support that.
Get a little bit more solid investment than my usual like Luckin Coffee or Hertz day trade.
True. X is solid. Honestly, more and more people want like overnight shipping and faster shipping, and you like you said, the logistics that goes into FedEx is pretty insane to be able to get something overnighted. So yeah,
Mhm.
definitely have a lot of room for more growth, and the more impatient people get, the more money FedEx can make.
Yeah, it's very complicated for sure. And it doesn't have to be, but might still be a good investment. Just like hotels don't have to be complicated either. And that's why we got Wyndham Destinations up on the board. Because travel's starting to
Ooh,
come back slowly but surely.
definitely. Yeah, and hotels will always be around. Like, they're definitely hurting right now, but once the virus goes away and people forget about it in say 2 minutes, then I think hotels will come back.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because a lot of people are losing their Airbnb properties just because nobody's using them right now and they don't want to make payments, so they're selling them off. So we might see Airbnb collapse and the hotel industry come back stronger than ever.
That would be really interesting. And yeah, this
Something you
company
never thought would
has,
happen.
yeah, definitely. And this company has a lot of subsidiaries. They own the likes of Baymount Inn Suites, Day Inn, Howard Johnson's, Microtel, Ramada, Super 8, Travelodge, Wyndham Garden Hotels, Hawthorne Suites, and Wingate.
Yeah,
So
that's insane. That definitely nationwide, probably international too.
yeah, so they're pretty huge. They have a lot of really notable names under their belt.
Whoever thought hotels would get so big?
Yeah.
I know. Whoever thought our podcast would get so big with easy to use tools that Anchor offers to us.
True, true. Anchor is Bay.
Anchor is definitely
Run that
Bay.
ad.
Whew. All right. Tyler got a dub today,
Let's
and
go.
since Tyler and I
Hey.
are now tied for third place, I just want to say that I'm proud that we're starting to overtake the bull monarchy.
Yeah, Tyler got his nice dub. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. All right, boys. Now down to some business. We took a pretty big dive today, 700-point dip.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Usually I'd be like, okay, we're gonna get another 700-point dip, but I don't know about all that. I think we dropped pretty low today. I think we are in need of a little bit of either a bit of a gain. I think we're gonna go 25, 550.
Damn it.
25, 550. So what? 100 points.
Yeah, I think we're gonna kind of like balance out, even out.
So close to my number.
Really?
25.
Well, what's your
I
Yeah.
know how
number?
it feels. I know
All
how
right.
it feels, Austin.
All right. I'm not gonna mess with you guys. I'm gonna shoot you straight. I think a little bit of a gain just because there's really no reason to it. The market doesn't make sense anymore. 25-7. I'll give Tyler
Dang.
200 points there.
Thanks, bud.
Wait, you said 25, 5 or 25, 550.
550.
Oh no. Okay.
550.
150 points then.
Okay. So yeah, typically you're right. I have been pretty bullish in most of my predictions. I don't know how many, but probably almost close to 60 or 7 I've been bull. But I think I'm gonna change on it. I think it's gonna be another red day,
Yeah.
actually.
Really?
Yeah, I do. So I think
You can afford to gamble on this.
yeah, I'm gonna say 15,000.
Okay.
15K. I'm writing it down right now.
I didn't.
So I think I'm gonna say we're gonna drop to 25,222.
Okay.
Okay. I put in 25, 100, thinking that you're gonna say that, but I changed it.
Already got the numbers in, so Canal can't mess around here.
Yep. What do you think he's gonna say?
I don't know.
I think he's gonna say 25, 400.
Think so?
He's either gonna say
400
25
or
or 25 750 or some dumb answer.
we'll see. I
Yeah,
think he's
we'll
gonna say
see.
25, 400.
I'm just bitter, but that's all right. All right. Well, you guys will just have to come back next week and find out what the heck happens. I want to thank everyone for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Leave us a voice message on anchor.fm/gauchos or biggauchos.com if you want to send in an investing tip. We might play it on the show. Tyler, hit the disclaimer quick.
All right, guys. Just a quick disclaimer: we are not licensed brokers. Everything that's been said on the cast is from our experiences from our money. I just want to let everybody know to invest safely. Do your research, and that we are not liable for any money, but we are directly liable for all gains because we love gains. And
Gain
also, please
train.
subscribe. Exactly. Please like, subscribe, and reach out to us. David, hit them with that Instagram and to follow that as well.
Yeah, so the Instagram is at Big Gaucho. So go over, check it out. Give us a follow. Give us some nice comments. Really appreciated it. Helps us, help feel better, and we do it for the comments.
Yes, sir. All right, let me take a deep breath for this. All your support is greatly appreciated. If you're listening to us on streaming services like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure if you're on Apple Podcasts, leave us a rating 1 to 5 stars, anything you want, something good or something bad that we did. Let us know how we're doing. It really helps us out with the ratings and helps us to improve the show. And if you feel like you want to share something that you learned valuable, share us on any of the social media services with a link to our streaming. And with that said, good night from Arizona. We hope you made some money today.